We rise, we fight, we conquer. Through the fire, through the storm. Indez leads the brave are born.
All right, boys. Welcome to the stream.
Chains can hold.
It is time, boys. It is freaking time. Chat, today, your boy came a bit late. I'm gonna be very honest, man. Like, during the whole week, I was absolutely exhausted. So, I thought to myself, it is Sunday, so I think I deserve a bit of a nap. So I was just like, I was resting a bit. Like, I really had to sleep because I went to bed at like 7 a.m. I was recording like during the night some Blood Knight builds that they will come, the next days, because I have to give earlier to my wife. My wife is also like traveling, so yeah, a lot of things to do. So I said, you know what? I went to my dad's house. Like, I got a nice meal, and then I came home, and I was feeling, when you eat a lot and you're feeling like not lazy. It's like sluggish, So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have like maybe a 1 hour nap. Well, that 1 hour nap, it actually became about like 3 or 4 hours. So that's like, children in the chat, please put the alarm, okay? That's what I learned. Please put the alarm, because otherwise probably you're just gonna sleep forever. Then I went to have some food, and now we're here. So, boys, how is your Sunday going? Is everything good, man? Everything good? I already see here some pips joining the stream. I can see Anna, I see Martin, I see as well Golden Eyes, Jason, Diablo, MC, Fabio, Level Up. How are you guys doing, man? How are you guys doing? It's like you have food and a baby inside your belly. Well, I couldn't know. I don't know that. But if you know that, probably it is. The new answers again. It is a little too early. Yeah, chat. I cannot wait to refarm once again all of these new instances, right? It's such a blessing that we have even more instances to farm. It's not like we keep farming them every single day and for like the past 2 years. Yeah, I'm gonna be very honest, man. Like, like right now, this game for me is in a. It's like in a. It's not a ticking bomb, but what I want to say, like, with the ticking bomb, because it doesn't come like a better expression for in my brain right now. It means like it is on the deadline. I think I'll give this game a few more months, but if nothing like actually changes like meaningfully, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep playing it, man. Honestly. It's like, I still like the game, but it is always the same shit. It's always the same shit. Like, and tomorrow we will have the patch notes. You guys are gonna see the patch notes. I cannot speak about it. I also didn't like. I don't like to go like through like all the patch notes that because like then I come on the stream and I know like the confidence info. So usually I tend to just like read in detail. Later on, but I am not like seeing a great future, man, for the eye, unless at least for me, for what I need for my needs as a player, right? But how you guys feel, chat? I feel like it's like we have this hype time, during the new instances, new difficulty, and then things go down, and then things go up again after the new instances come. And overall, I think I kind of need like a change, man. So I don't know, man. I'm not saying like I'm gonna like stop completely playing DI. I'm just saying that maybe, you know, I'm putting the... I have to put like... Because like the thing is like this. If you don't put like hard deadlines on yourself for certain things, then it's very easy for you to just keep being on the treadmill, right? Like you are on this treadmill of like just keep spamming the same thing over and over, like doing the more or less like the same videos, and you know, they are interesting until like a certain point, then you just start like getting bored. And I am very blessed that, you know, like this game brought me here, and you guys are absolutely fantastic. Like I couldn't ask for a better community, honestly. You guys are just like the fucking best. But at a certain point, you know, the game needs to deliver, man. It's not delivering. I don't feel like... Do you guys feel like the game is delivering? I don't feel like it's delivering, man. I kind of like at some point I feel like they should maybe give us like instances like not as often, and just start creating more content, man. More interesting content. Either it is in the shape... I don't think like new dungeons will actually solve almost anything. I don't think they will. Because like dungeons... Here it is, chat. The problem with the new dungeons is... Imagine you are in the game, right? And we have a new dungeon. Maybe you're gonna go there in specific because you want something. You wanna just see the new dungeons. But afterwards will just be one of more of the bunch that we have for the random dungeons. You know, like, it's not like a new dungeon, chat. It's not a solution for the problem of the end game. Even if a new dungeon comes, which will be nice, but will be nice for like you run it 2 or 3 times. Okay, this is fine. And then you're just gonna be another dungeon that you're gonna queue up here. You know, that's my only issue with it. Your combat rating is ready for the Inferno 11. No, but usually what they do is like before the patch comes, they reduce the combat rating, so free-to-play players like myself can actually do it. You know? We need new stuff, new events, reward systems. Yeah, exactly. New things that you actually can dive deep into it, the game, you know? Like something that you can progress towards. Like, if you imagine, like, there is... The problem with Vanguard, okay? Vanguard was one of the most recent content that we had. But the problem is that Vanguard, there is no real progression system. It's just a chore that you have to do weekly. You go there on Mondays and Thursdays, you get your gear and you get out. There is no satisfaction. There is no real challenge in that. Like, and also, like, the mode doesn't incentivize you to really try hard to push for, like, the Elite 10. Because first, you're just gonna waste your time, and then the rewards are not there. How does it make fucking sense that the Elite 10 gives the same rewards as the level 4? Like, how does this make any absolutely sense? Anyways. And I also, like, I'm not even talking about, like, the first question that a lot of people ask me is like, oh, so what game are you gonna play in this game or not? Honestly, I don't even think like it is about what I'm looking really forward. It is new games. Maybe I'll like to actually mix other type of content. Definitely, I want to this year to take care a bit more of myself, man. It's something that, yeah, Destiny Rising. No, Destiny Rising is dead and done. It was good for a month and then it's done. We need a battle pass level, like 60, 70. that's not a solution. I mean, it will be nice to have some extra rewards, but regardless, what does that's just like extra rewards. It's not like really you're not progressing like really with your character, you know? Farming all over again, bro. Terrible. No. I know. The thing, listen, guys, all of this comes from passion that I have towards Diablo Immortal, and I think you guys can understand. Whenever I'm saying this, is that I don't want the game to fail. Like, if there is one person here that doesn't want the game to fail, it's me, okay? But at the same time, I'm gonna say how it is. It's like, I feel like I've been feeling this way for a while, and I told you guys already on the stream, like, I feel like for like the past maybe year, I beat the game. I've been feeling, man, I really feel like I beat the game. I got Immortal. I got to rank 30 on my gear. I got like rank 1 in PvP multiple times. Now, you know, I had another goal, which was to hit like to beat like 1 billion damage on a dummy. I did that. I don't know, man. I don't, but like, I don't even, like, that's the thing. You don't even need 1 billion damage. If you're doing 300 million in, like, that's fine, man. Like, it's more than enough damage. Even if you're doing 400 billion damage, there is no real content for you. There's no challenge. There's nowhere in the game that you can really apply the strength of your character, right? For me, the only thing that keeps me playing is to progressing on the normal gems. But again, you get the normal gems. What are you really, like, realistically, are you gonna do with them? You're gonna get like a bit stronger in PvP, but then you go to PvP and there's no incentive to play PvP past legend rank. Because, like, what? Are you gonna spend, like, 400 hours, like, in 3 months to get rank 1, to get, like, 8 or 12 more normal gems? Like, it's not... for me, it just doesn't make sense. Everything in the game, and obviously, we are an older audience, right? An older audience, one of the things is, like, we have this mid-max mentality, a lot of us. I'm not talking about gear. I'm talking mainly about time. Because time is in the essence, right? So, you always want to do things in the shortest amount of time and get the highest rewards as you can. Not everyone, most of us, don't have like really that much time to fuck around in the game to just for no reason, right? Like, it's usually you have a goal and you're driven by that goal to achieve that goal, right? Without goals in the game, what are you gonna do? Sit in West March? You know? Speak with your clan? I mean, you can do that on WhatsApp. You don't need to be inside the game. You know? So... it's like I've been asking and I've been giving like feedback to Blizzard for a long time that we need, especially for the veteran players, because if you are a new player, man, you are even overwhelmed with the content and progression system that you have to do. But over time, you're gonna keep, you know, checking a lot of the boxes. You know, you farm your gear, you farm your set items, you farm this, you farm that, you get like your Paragon level, you get this. And that checklist keeps like checking in, right? Once that's done, then you don't have a lot more. We want infinite progression with finite time. Story of my gamer life. It's also we don't need like infinite grind, right? It's like we already have like very infinite grinds, because the problem also with the infinite progression systems is that because there is no end, you don't feel accomplished, right? It's just that's the issue that I have with the infinite systems. Like, one of my favorite systems was the rank 30. Why? Because It has an ending point, but you have to grind it for a long time. But once it's done, you felt, damn, it's done. Fucking yes, I got to the enchant feature now. It's done. Cool, you know. But it's done. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it more. And it's okay that the game won't have like something for a while. But man, it's been how long? Like like when was the last time we had a progression system added to the game? Was what, the runes? The rune system. Now we had here the ancient gear, right? The problem with the ancient gear is that I don't get like really rewarded or excited for crafting it. You know, it's like it's another chore that I log in the game, I do my daily codex, I do my raids, I do my my 3 dungeons, and I get my ancient artifacts. At any point, I really feel that I am gonna get this dropping at all. There is even not a way that I can actually go and try to farm for it. So it's fun, it is exciting. I feel like it's such a missed opportunity. Also, on top of it, even if it drops, man, the ancient gear is like literally one of the most boring gears that I ever seen added to a ARPG. Like, it was okay. I think it was like good enough. Whenever like the first version came into the game, it had like some unique skills into it, right? For example, the Horde Splinter had like whenever you're moving, you get 6% more damage. It's still a boring affix, but it was something unique. Now, tell me what is unique about this? A class-specific attribute that you can get on the... It's like, I guess like the unique thing is that I'm gonna get 6% beneficial effect duration. Wow. What a crazy, man. It's like, it's just not exciting. If you're gonna call this ancient gear, which is the same as, for example, Mythic gear, or like in Diablo 4, or the Ancestral gear, or the Primals, or whatever it is, like in Diablo 3, you gotta make them like exciting, man. You gotta just make like the items like exciting. So it's like, man, I really wish that, man, this chest, like the Fate of Fortune, will drop, because if it drops, I can actually go and play with the... Imagine the cleave or the Ota build, and now I'm gonna have the like 50% more radius on my hammer. I don't know, man, like something that you will be looking at these items and say, okay, I can use this one in this build. Okay, if this one drops, okay, I really have to do this, because if I don't have this item specific, I cannot play with that build. Or I cannot unlock that build, you know? And I feel like that's one of the things that Diablo 2 did really well. Is one of the things that Path of Exile also does very well. Is have like these very unique like build making items, you know, that they added to the game. So I don't really need it to be super complex, okay? We are not looking for like the same complexity as Path of Exile, not at all. Obviously, this is a fucking mobile game, and the truth about mobile gamers, like, you guys don't have enough time. Also, like, like the majority is a casual audience. So if you make the game too complex, then most of the people will not like to play it, because it's just too complex. They don't have the time, they don't have the patience to learn. But to be interesting, it's not synonymous of complex. You can make like something cool, something exciting that people will actually want to grind for it, without making it, you know, very complex. I feel like right now, the game is like on a... I will not say on the maintenance level because it is still getting updates, but I think the game is not taking risks. And because it's not taking risks, like, it's just like, for me as a gamer, there isn't anything that excites me. And every time that I read the patch notes, yeah, I still get like a bit excited, but I don't get like wow. You know, I don't really get like wow about the game, right? And all I'm thinking now, because now I'm becoming a veteran and I've been playing this game for a long time, it's just like, oh, great. Okay, I guess I'll have to refarm the ancestors again. Oh, okay, another difficulty. Oh, okay, I guess I have to refarm all my green set items again. You know? So, more classes, more ancestors. Yes, it will change your playstyle. It will change the build that you're using. But it will not change what are you doing inside the game. You're still doing the same shit that you were doing, just with a different smell. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Okay, a new 5-star is coming. Wow. Like, I will say, like, 5 stars nowadays, they don't even really excite me much, because I feel like I beat the game. I feel like my character, like right now, I'm way over the strength level that this game needs. Okay? Way above. Way above. Okay? I don't need to have... And I am free to play. I cannot even imagine how fucking boring it must be to be a whale or a spender in this game. I can't. I can't imagine. Bro, I can't really imagine the level of boredom that that Orat must feel playing this game in PvE, man. I can't imagine, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more money you make, the more money you spend in this game, it's like you're speed running to the boredom. You know what I'm saying? Because while you still have things to look forward and grind, it's nice. But once you get like to a certain level that like I just walk through everything in this game and I just beat everything. You're quitting? No, I'm not quitting, but I have put like a deadline on this game. And if the game until then, I'm not gonna say that the deadline, it is a personal thing. Also, I don't plan to change like things up like immediately, because I still enjoy to play the game. But from time to time, it's just like you check like what is coming up, and it's like instead of like me being excited of like really what's coming up, I just look at a lot of these patch notes and I'm like, man. Okay, you are trying to fix the game. They are adding a lot of like quality of lives. Like 80% of like the past patch notes are just like trying to fix the game, like into quality of lives and things and that. And I understand. Like the game is broken in many ways, and you guys are trying to make it better. Yeah, I salute you to that. And it's nice. It's nice that you're doing that. But you also have to fulfill the other side, which the other side is like, give us like some meaningful progression in the game, you know? Community is better than the game. That's why you're still playing. I mean, like, but community, listen, you can, if you are, you can literally find, if you really want, a community in almost any game, right? Because like, how many people do you actually need? You only need maybe like 2 or 3 people, maybe 4 or 5. If you find your gang, okay, if you find your gang, you probably can enjoy almost any game, right? It's not like you're playing with the hundreds of players, right? Most of the times, as humans, we get close to like a few people here and there, right? And I'm not saying the community is bad. No, the community is absolutely great. I love my community. I love like, in general, I think, you know, it is really nice for with the kind of game it is, right? But how long can the community carry the game, right? It can't. If you quit, can you please have your account? Fuck no. Are you crazy? This is my Battle.net account. I got like all my things here. Bro wasn't ready to say 6-7. I know, man. I just got Legend on Tempest. It was not that bad. You can get Legend with any class. Any class can get Legend. You know? Any class, even with the off-meta builds, as long as you have your character like a okay build, it's be able to. The challenge starts like later on. You really should try Guild Wars 2. I played Guild Wars 2 many years ago. Oh my god, why did I came with this build here? Okay, this was like memory muscle. I didn't even want to come here. No, I'm not gonna play like those kind of games. I'm not like even like really interested on playing other games at this moment, man. You know, like when you are in a relationship and then you break up and then you feel like you need like some cooldown time before you get into another relationship. That's how I feel. Like that. Like every time, like I see like these games coming up and things and that. Like I don't even think like the solution for my problem right now it is to just like deep dive into another game, like just like that. So I think I really seriously feel that going to get married, taking like those you know, that week and a half that I'm gonna be away, you know, I think it's gonna be very important for me to, like, to make a decision of like what I really want to do. And this is not like a really burnout or anything. Like a lot of people think it's just a burnout of the game. No, burnout and bored are two very different things. I think you should just get back to WoW, bro. Back to WoW doesn't like really. I don't know. It doesn't like. I look at the game. I was checking the Midnight expansion. I just don't recognize that game anymore, man. I don't. It seems like it's a game that it lost its identity, and I just don't see myself playing it. And I also want to play something new, man. I think like people are looking for something new, not to go and play like the same thing. All game boarding. Diablo Immortal is the least boarding. Fuck no. Like you're crazy. There are like so many other games there. The thing, like, you have to understand, chat. Like, it's not like I'm not like really looking for another game like as a solution, because I know I can just go and play other games if I want. That's not like really my thing. I don't want to get into this. We think the same in Latin. Everyone knows the game and it's going down, but they are still connecting because most of them had to put money and they cannot quit. I mean, like, that's a really sad, a really, really sad mentality. And like the thing is, like, man, if you spend... Here's how I see it. Imagine you put like $2,000 in a game, right? And now you are caged to it. You are like literally caged to it. Like you feel like I cannot quit. It's like, how much is it? How important is your happiness? Like, what is the value of your happiness? What is the value of your time? Do you really cannot quit if you really don't want? For me, I think I'm just looking for the like other things, chat. Like I think I'm like Yumzi is saying, maybe some React content, maybe it's like some IRL content with some gaming involved, because I still like really like gaming. But I feel like more and more I will probably just take like Diablo Immortal in a more like casual way, and I will try like to dive into other things. I think it's just like the nature of life, you know. At a certain point, you're just gonna have like you just start outgrowing stuff, and there are more things now that pull me away from Diablo Immortal than pulling in, you know. Because outside, like, I still play this game a lot, okay? And a lot of times I still find myself like to go and logging in and getting excited and trying to go to the dummy to just like find new builds, because I think like finding new builds is like still one of the most exciting things that I can make, you know. It's nice whenever you discover something new and then you can share with the community, and then like it's gonna make your life's guys like much better, because now you're just playing with something that is better than whatever it was. And all of these is the things that they keep pulling me inside the game. The things that pull me out is just like there isn't like really nothing inside the game right now that drives me to keep playing like non-stop. Like, I really hate the feeling that after I am done with my daily stuff, which is gonna take me what, like 30 minutes, maybe an hour, then I don't really have anything else to do in the game. And the game, like, if I keep logging in, the game, I don't have anything to do. Games don't have that attention capturing aspect anymore. Everything is paywalled. I feel game burnout, boredom in general of all the games nowadays. Everything has to be done and everything is a risking. Yeah, I actually like agree on that. And that's like one of the reasons why I am free to play, because I am... listen, chat. This Diablo Immortal, it is not my first mobile game, okay? And here's my logic and my philosophy, and you may agree or not. But in any of these games, if you are free to play, you know that you're most likely not going to be the #1 player. The #1 player will always be the guy that is the richest man in the block, okay? Let's take out of that away, okay? So I know I'm never gonna be the richest guy on the block, and I'm also, to be honest, like that kind of content like really doesn't excite me. What excites me is the progression. It's like you create an account, you start from 0, and you grow the account into X amount of power level, and now you are able to show people that the potential of free-to-play, what they can actually do. And a lot of times it's impressive. It's impressive to people because people think that free-to-play equals to shit. And in all of these games that I played until now, if you at least know the mechanics, if you know the game well, if you understand how it works, you can literally outplay a lot of spenders. So I like that. I also like the fact that whenever you are free to play, it's just gonna prolong your stay of excitement during that game, because the progression is gonna be quick but slower. The less money you put, the slower you're gonna progress. If you're someone that you want something just right now, that's your personality. It's like just a different perspective. Is that the way you like to play the game, right? For me, I like... Maybe it's because I'm a MMO player. Bro, leveling from 0 to 60 in classic WoW, it takes like a lot of weeks. Okay, nowadays people just min-max and it's just like people do it very easy. But back then it was to take weeks just to reach to the end game, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that progression. I think like WoW at the start it had like a... And I think why it attracted like so many millions of players, I think it had the right level of progression and sense of progression, which was not too fast and it was not too slow. It was just like, you know, right for me. When you beat the game, you just need to connect with a few more things to farm all the weeks and yeah, exactly. So one of like the most asked questions that I see all the time is like people ask like, oh, I just finished the main quest. What do I do? And then it's like, it feels like I just go here and I roll a paper and I was like, okay, so now it's your weekly chores and daily things that you have to do. Well, if you do this for the next year, you're gonna be strong. That's like a low key. That's how it is. For me, PvP is the main focus. I used to get burnout when I got to Legend until I switched to Monk, and now I'm really enjoying the high tier Legends lobbies. So, like Ted, you just like whenever I tell you guys that my cheat code to still be playing this game, it is changing classes. It is literally because whenever you change the classes, it feels like a new game. It feels like a new game, but there is only so many times that you can run that cheat code, okay? There's only so many times. And like, today is gonna be my last day at the Blood Knight, because right now, there isn't like much for me to do with the Blood Knight. I found out the builds that I like to play. Today I put the farming build. Tomorrow is going to be the max DPS build where I'm going to show you guys like 1.1 billion damage. Then I'm probably going to do like a ultimate builds guide for it. And yeah, I enjoyed my time. Like my time in the Blood Knight was really nice. A bit disappointing in the sense that it was not like as... there isn't like many new things in it. Not as many as I expected. But I still enjoyed it. We still able to find out like this farming build, which like it's not like the oh my fucking god, but it's just like is a different thing. Francis is saying the grind before with WoW whenever we start was insane. I made a lot of friends and I was there when WoW just started. Remember staying up all night. Yes, because like the thing that actually Joe's said, it was very true. Like before, players, they used to unite together because of the fact that they needed each other to really overcome challenge. There was no real, oh, if you want to overcome this challenge, all you need is to swipe $50 or $500 and you're just gonna be strong enough that you're gonna be able to do it. No, you had to, oh, okay, I need to get stronger. My friends need to get stronger. Okay, so let's go and farm the Iron Mall or like, for example, Black Rock Depths, or let's go and farm like a Molten Core. And let's grow together as a group so we can keep beating the challenges. So that was cool. That was like really cool. I think that's the cool part, and that's why the fact that people needed each other was nice. But that we're talking about MMOs, which I feel that Diablo Immortal, it is, in my opinion, just like a Diablo MMO. This is closest to an MMO than really like a true ARPG. I feel like if you want a real true ARPG experience, you have to go play like a Diablo 4, Last Epoch, all these other games, because like those are pure ARPGs experience with seasonal effect, seasonals, and a lot of people, they don't like seasons, but I'll tell you that the benefits of liking seasons is that you don't get like burnout that often, because you play the season and then you just get done with the season and then you come back to the game like after like 1 or 2 months, right? Games from long ago took a lot of effort, and the only achievements, the bragging of being badass was by playing it. There wasn't a sense of achievement. Now it's just pay to accomplish. Man, that is so true, bro. Whenever I used to be at the highest ranks of Arena, playing WoW, a lot of times I had the Gladiator gear, okay? And like, whenever you had the full Gladiator gear and you were like top rank, people will look at you and they were like, fuck me, this guy is badass. There was no cosmetics that you could buy. for you to look like a badass, you actually had to accomplish cool shit inside the game. You actually had to really beat the game, or like accomplish high challenges, or like be really good at PvE or really good at PvP. So you could look, and you look at your character, and then you're like, man, look at this, man. It looks awesome. I still feel like in Diablo Immortal, there is the Immortal cosmetic. It is the one thing that really represents that. Even though getting Immortal it's heavily pay to win for you to accomplish, it is still like the only thing that even as a free-to-play, you can look at it and it's like, okay, I got this, and for at least for like this amount of weeks, I'm gonna be looking like a badass. Also remember pissing off your healers in the middle of the raid if you weren't to get shit from them. Yeah, like there was this. I'm not saying like he was like everything was roses. Okay, we're talking about more like why, you know, it kept the game and still keeps the game like players playing it for a long time, right? Like these, I don't think like you will not be looking, even though it feels like Diablo Immortal, especially if the Warlock comes, is becoming more and more like World of Warcraft mobile. And I did make a joke on that on my on my video, because I mean, like, you can literally become the Lich King. I mean, come on, you are the Lich King. You can have here as well all the familiars. You have the core hunt. You can even have like the Ragnaros. So there's like so many components that they are bringing from World of Warcraft, and I feel like what they are trying to do, they are trying to maybe like pull some players out of World of Warcraft to start coming to play Diablo Immortal. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Diablo Immortal is a real competitor. Is there any? No, and that's like the biggest issue, right? Because if there is no real competition, there is no fire on the team's ass to really output like crazy content, right? You know what I'm saying? There is no urgency. There is no real urgency for them to go and make risky moves. Everything that we're seeing like right now, at least for the past, like I will say like a year, it's a lot of like safe patches. It's a lot of like, okay, we're gonna make the new ancestors. Oh, we're gonna make a new set item. Oh, we're gonna make like the new 5 stars. Then we're gonna make the new class. But the core of the game, it is still the same. They are just adding like these things for you to feel like you are playing in a different way. But the game, it is still like in the answers, like still pretty much the same, right? You've been doing the exactly same dungeons. You've been doing exactly the same dailies. You've been doing exactly the same weekly stuff for over a year. Right? Like you know how I noticed, because I am planning to do like the weekly and daily routine in Diablo Immortal in 2026, and I was comparing it to the 2025, and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be the same video. I guess this is gonna be the same video. I mean, there are like a few things here and there that is just like, but it's like very minor things. Just like killing the weekly boss, the Wild Hunt. It is like killing the Akibas. And I think that's pretty much the only 2 things new that there is. And I feel like having friction in the game is always necessary. You know, whenever you have like a good friction that you feel like you're not like too strong, it feels nice. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's an interesting concept, because you worked really hard to reach to a point where you are like really, really strong. And then afterwards, once you get there, then like look at me. Look at what I'm doing, right? Like obviously I worked hard to get to this point. But I reached to this point, to what I'm doing right now, where I'm just running and everything just dies. I reached here probably like a year ago, right? A year ago, or maybe even more. Maybe I'll say like even more than that. Because I did like the fastest like geared farming. I was already doing that. I just needed to have like a different strategy, basically. If they introduce new maps and challenges, they'll help to keep the game interesting. I think what we need is new systems, new progression systems, new maps. Like they added new maps, chat. They added Shadow Wilds, which the best thing that came out of Shadow Wilds, it is the AFK farming spot. let's be real. They added the World's Crown, which pretty much you only go there now to kill Diablo every week. And yeah, and the rest there is just dead. It's dead content. There is no reason to go there. The same reason, that's why I'm trying to explain to you guys that if we have a new dungeon, it won't like really matter. The dungeon, yeah, maybe it's gonna be faster to do and this and that, but you know how people are gonna run it? Well, they're just gonna probably go here, do quick match, do the challenge dungeon, and just like it's gonna be another random dungeon in the middle of these ones. Blizzard should let us craft the PoE. No, it cannot be PoE, bro. PoE, it's like the other side. Like, I don't think copying PoE, it is the answer. It's a very, very different game, very different audience. They do things that are really right, but I don't think it's right for Diablo Immortal, okay? So, I'll tell you a perfect example. We had Undecembered. Undecembered is pretty much like a game that literally tried to copy everything that Path of Exile does. It was literally just Path of Exile mobile. Okay, without actually being Path of Exile mobile, it was just like literally copying exactly the same systems. And it did not perform well because it is just too complex. It doesn't like work well for these on. What is happening with my character, bro? Okay. I think like unique loot tables will be. I think like one of the things that it makes that you have to remove a bit. It is how random everything is in this game, I'll say. Okay, chat, please don't come like with this farming build to dungeons. Like, this is not it is not a good build for this. I don't feel like the controls were designed for mobile. What do you mean? From Undecembered or like from Diablo? I think Diablo runs pretty well in mobile. It's probably one of the best mobile games that great game, but I put down for that reason. Oh, you're talking about Undecembered. Yeah. Exactly. It's like a great game, but why it's like, why would you actually play Undecembered when you can play Path of Exile? Right? You know what I mean? Like, doing a cheap knockoff, it's in my opinion, it's never the way to do it. You have to find your own ways to distinguish yourself, but also, obviously, take the best things that are also other games they do it. You can also try to implement. There was like some things that I was like really excited for in this game that came last year. One of the things was crafting, bro. Whenever I saw crafting, I was actually like pretty freaking hyped about it. I thought crafting was actually gonna be like almost a game changer. It will be nice if you didn't had all these weekly caps, but the caps, I think, like There are like certain caps that I understand that they have to put, like the cap on the Paragon level, the cap on the maybe on the daily normal gems. Like there are some things that they are associated with power that makes sense. But I don't understand why they put it like the insane caps on the crafting materials. The only thing you can actually do with them is just craft gear for your character. You don't even need to, you cannot even sell gear, you know? Everything is bound to your accounts. I think we need a change in dungeons in the way that we need to actually do the mechanics. And I'd like to drop some cosmetics for a specific only. The introduction of like challenge dungeons with the affixes, I think it was smart. I think it was a good implementation. Obviously, it was taken from like mythic raids from World of Warcraft, and I think overall it kind of worked well. I think it made the challenge dungeons slightly more challenging. I think we have to agree on that. The issue is that now, like, it's not that as challenging as it was, right? Because the power creep that there was inside the game for free-to-play, or even like for almost any games, like there hasn't been a better time to play World of Warcraft as a free-to-play than now. Because the introduction of like those very, very powerful 1 and 2 stars completely changed the game. Whenever I first started the game, it was way, way harder. Your power spike came like very late because you had to almost access to mainly like 5 stars to start getting like really strong. And now that's not the case. You can get like really strong with just like a really good 1 and 2 star setup. Doing dungeons is so boring. I mean, if you think doing dungeons is boring, then you're probably playing the wrong game, man. Because like dungeons is the core essence of Diablo games. It's a dungeon crawler. Like, you know what I'm saying? You probably, and I'm not saying, listen, I'm not throwing shade to you. I'm just honestly telling you that there must be a better game for you out there with like maybe like faster mechanics, or like a different, like maybe you like more PvP games or something that you don't have like to go through that farm, right? Because at instance, a Diablo Immortal game will always be doing dungeons and farming gear to then you get strong to do something else. We are far too complex for this game because this is a mobile dedicated game. So I don't mind. That's why I'm saying we don't need. I'm not looking for something that is like completely complex. It's not that. It's just like I'm just looking for something to do, which is different. You know, it's different. Looking for something to do that that will be fulfilling, and it's not gonna be exactly the same routine as I had like over the past year. It would be nice. Because also one thing, the fact that you are able, this is a game of patience, right? The way you grow stronger is only 2 ways, right? Like, or you can spend a lot of money, or you can just like every day you show up and every day you do your you do your dailies, you do your weeklies, and over time you're just gonna grow strong. Like, there isn't a lot of science. Whenever people ask me about like my secondaries, well, that's it. That's all I do, right? It's like I don't sell my gems, and every day I show up, I do my 12 gems, I do my weekly gems on Monday, and that's it. it feels more like a PC game than a mobile. You think so? No, okay. It depends. It depends on the. It depends, Ves, on your previous experience. I mean, if your previous experience it is like a game that is like Clash of Clans or I don't know, like those kind of games. Yeah, obviously this one it has like more to it, right? Also, the era of like those very minimal mobile games, which they still have an audience. I mean, like the more the casual the game is, if you guys realize, the more successful on the Play Store they are. Because this is a game for gamers. This is not a game for like you know, my stepmother to play, or even like my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a game for gamers that you probably have to enjoy games, and you have to enjoy challenge and learning the game and the mechanics, and it's not just oh, I guess I have to like put these, oh, I have to fill up the colors, or there's this, I have to park the bus, and you know what I'm saying? Like those kind of like games that people just really like to play. But I wouldn't say that this is a PC game. It still, like, it really feels, to me, it still plays very much like a mobile game. A new charge system to upgrade will be cool, where you can drop all the skills. I like, if the rumors are correct and that comes, I think that can be a game changer for sure. But on top of like adding another system to the game that will make us like farm and progress and grind forward, they also, whenever you bring in like a new power level, you also need to at the same time to bring something that we can use that power on. Either it is nightmare dungeons or torment level, or I don't know. Because at this point, we are growing stronger and stronger month after month, week after week. But the content, it's not like really growing stronger, you know? A mobile game that is easier to play on the PC. That depends on the. That will depend on the player. Like, you have like a very skilled mobile players, but for me, it'll be like really hard. But the fact that you can actually do your primary attacks while play the skills, it is very cool. Why the fuck am I doing this, chat? I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm just talking in my chat and I'm doing like absolutely random things. When you come from a big world like WoW, this game is very limited and also forcing you to connect in short hours to farm and upgrade your gear. So I think like whenever it comes to the schedule, there are a lot of things that have schedules. Like you have the assembly, you have like the Shadow Wars, you have like, you know, these especially things that are associated with the guild. I think the assembly, it could be 24 hours. I think so. I think also the Keons should be like automated. But at the same time, I feel like the reason why this game has such a strong community, it's because you feel like it is a community game. Because have in mind, whenever you force everyone to go from that time to a specific place, and you see a bunch of people together, and you start recognizing names, the names are from your server, and people sometimes they say hi or say thank you or this. It creates like a interaction with the people, right? Because if you don't have any of these systems that also forces you at a certain periods of time to be at a certain place, then everybody is just like playing a solo game. So the more I still feel like a few things except guild content, it should be a bit more automated, or at least like I think like, to be honest, like the assembly should be like open almost all day, right? You should just go there and you get your blessings and that's it. Shadow Ward, I think it is almost required that it has to be like that, right? The guild content on Sundays also, it has to be, even if it is a pain in the ass, because for me it is like at dinner time, but like right on the dinner time. I still feel like it is one of the major reasons why we have such a strong community. I see what you're saying. Most people grind for PvP gear. Maybe something like the tower pit leaderboards, like in Diablo 4. Nightmare dungeons will also be cool. Like the issue in PvE in this game is called combat rating, and we have a pit level, right? Like you're saying, like the pit, it's our challenge rift. Like this is our tower mode, right? But this is so heavily relied on, not on the power of your character. Chat, understand something. Combat rating does not represent character power. Okay? Because I see a lot of whales that have more combat rating than me, but I do way more damage than them. Because those are like very, very different things. And combat rating, like since my first week playing Diablo Immortal, it was like one of the major reasons why I was gonna quit the game, like on the first week or two. Because I feel like this is just a very dog shit system that exists in Diablo Immortal. It's just like trying to gatekeep you and paywall you from the game. Literally, just the only reason that they have it. And it doesn't represent the power of your character in reality. So if I have a solution to fix it, I don't know, like I'm not a dev, but I think they should definitely try to remove it and replace with something that scales a bit better, that will represent better my power level. Because it's nonsense that, for example, I have enough damage to do, if I want, Inferno 11 challenge dungeons, but I still cannot do it as well because I don't have the combat rating. So, you know, so for example, in Diablo 4, there is no combat rating system. It's just like you keep progressing the level of your character, you keep progressing the damage of your character, and these levels, they just keep scaling up, right? They keep scaling up until like 200. I think level 200 is the maximum, or used to be the maximum before. And to reach there, you just gotta build up and mid-max your character and try to make it to do as much damage as possible while still keeping the survivability, so you can try to beat the level, the floor. So you have to like literally go to the mid-max details of your character to try to keep pushing the floor. It's not an artificial stat that you have that now all of a sudden, yeah, you're gonna do like 900. Like let me see how stupid this is, man. So let's go here. So if I go here, obviously I'm not gonna have the... Look at this. I take 6,000% more damage and I deal 98% less damage. I mean, it's so stupid, so old school, and it's so rooted in the game now because it is like one of those systems that I don't think will ever go away in Diablo Immortal, because it is part of the foundation of the game, and trying to change it will pretty much just mean making an absolutely new game. You know? Scaling challenge rifts should be the enemies inside just have more life and more damage in each levels. Removing the combat rating and put the system in place will make much more sense. Exactly. Because like that, me as a free-to-play player, I will probably could be competitive. I will not be rank 1, obviously, because, you know, whales got a whale. But I will definitely have enough damage to do this. Absolutely. Fuck yeah. But I don't really think this will go away, chat. I honestly don't think they will go away. It is so deep. And it's I will say like you will be just making like a new game. Almost. If you think about it. Like and these are like the same way as we're talking about challenge reefs. I'm talking about raids. I'm talking about gauntlet. I'm talking about all these PvE content that it could be challenging and it could be interesting for a lot of players to play it and to push, but we don't because of just like this artificial barrier that exists that basically is here. Oh, so you want to grow stronger. Oh, I guess you're just gonna have to pay. There is a huge damage spread between grinders and casual players. The damage difference, Vess, it doesn't come. It comes from knowledge of the game. So you can be a casual and you can be a spender, and you can like man. I already coached like a few whales that they are like 8,000. 9,000 reso, and they do like less damage than me because the way they spend the money in the game and the things that they spend the money on was actually, you know, not great. PvE should not be paywalled. This is mainly a PvP game, so I'm fine with PvP being behind a paywall. I think everybody can agree on that. You disagree, you play D3. Unless a grinder 24/7, I can't come close competing. That's why they implement. But this is we're not talking about Diablo 3, man. We're talking about Diablo 4. Here, we are talking about Diablo Immortal. In Diablo Immortal, man, like right now, I don't, you know the grind that I need to do? I don't need to do any fucking grind. All I need is to log in 30 minutes per day or in like a few more hours for me to do like the rest of the content for the weeklies, and I'm done. That's my grind. There's nothing else I can actually do. Maybe I can farm like my set items, but that's about it. Most of your gear now, you don't even grind, man. It's all like these event rewards. You open the chest. The chest is gonna be your best in slot gear, which is fucking boring because again, like it's gonna reduce the incentive for you to keep grinding legendaries, because I mean, why would I keep wasting my time grinding legendaries in the open world where 99.9% of them are absolutely dog shit, and all my gear, all my best gear will come from these legendary chests that will come from the main event. Again, like another thing that they changed in the game that it makes absolutely no sense. You're trying to force me to do this main event in the game because the only way that I can actually have like good gear, it is by opening these boxes. I don't even remotely remember the last time I got a really good legendary item. I can't. I just can't. Everything is just 2-1, 2-2, sometimes rarely triple with shitty stats, like very rarely, very rarely. The only way saving these boxes and open on the next level, yeah. So you don't grind this game, you know, like you just over time you gather the knowledge and you just start like being a bit more efficient with it, you know. The good stuff comes from Elslayer, Bounty, and Pillage. Not even, bro, not even that. Every day I run, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna run Elslayer Bounties, okay? Every day I run them. I don't get jack shit from them. Let's run. Listen, I'm gonna run. It's a gamble, yes, but the gamble is like 99%. It is really bad, and less than 1%. It's like, bro, honestly, man, I play this game every day. I don't remember when was the last time I got a good gear out of the open world. I just don't. I get my gear from the boxes. I get my gear from having to wait like 3 weeks to get the ancient gear. And that's it. That's my gear. And obviously, like, whenever it comes to set items, you just have to spam dungeons. Most of the times during dungeons, you're not gonna get the drop you want. Most of them will come from crafting. Okay, let's do this. You know what? I'm even gonna put the blessing. So the blessing will give me high quality equipment. And let's see. We need to farm. We need a few days of farming, and the rest of the months is just waiting for the next level. Yeah. If you do like things efficiently, you're gonna do that. That's why that's why I was telling Vess that the game doesn't like really reward you from grinding for 24/7. Okay? Maybe it does like right at the beginning of the game, because you can rank, you get your rank to rank 30, right? And yes, you're gonna get like a small advantage, but once that's done, once you get your gear to rank 30, like you just need to log in, you do your daily stuff, and you log out. That's just it. There is even, and that's like exactly my point of all this conversation, is that I want something on the game that I can actually grind for, that I'm excited to be grinding for like 8-7 hours in it like I used to. I mean, man, I love to grind, and I think like a lot of my boredom comes because of the lack of grind. And grinding exactly the same green set items over and over and over, it gets kind of old, you know? It gets kind of old. I even came like with this build here to do this boss. I think because you come from WoW, you notice all the flaws in the IPV. Not only I have a background of like 7 years playing WoW, but I have 800 hours in Diablo 4. I have probably like maybe 600 hours in PoE. So I played all of these other games. I am aware of the systems, I'm aware of the complexity levels, I'm aware of the craftings, I'm aware of like multiple things. And I can see like what are the things that Diablo Immortal did well, and I can see what are the things that are missing it. And this game, it's like, oh, you do PvE to get strong to do PvP. That's the core. Even if you are not a PvP player, that's how the game is made. Which I feel like it is a kind of like a big mistake. I'm not saying that we should not have PvP. What I think is like we should have a PvP, but also Diablo as a core instance of the game from Diablo 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are PvE games. And it's kind of insane that the PvE in this game doesn't have a real end game challenge. You know? Like, most of you guys started playing Diablo Immortal. It was not because of the PvP. You probably didn't even fucking know that there was PvP before you started playing this game. You know? Like, I didn't. I thought it was just like maybe a Diablo. And oh, okay, this also has PvP. And then PvP was like, okay, this is kind of nice. I like it and enjoyed it. But my other side, my other side of the gamer, I also like to accomplish a few things in PvE because, you know, I like to do PvP, but I also like to do PvE. So I feel like if you are looking for that core Diablo Immortal experience, that you're just a PvE gamer, you're gonna find it out maybe for the first like 6 to 9 months. But then you're gonna reach to a point that you build up your character, you are in like at highest infernal difficulty, you have all of your gear at rank 30, and then you're just like in the same loop as any other veteran player. The only difference between you and a veteran player is that you're gonna have like less secondaries and less resonance, and you're gonna do less damage. But guess what? Even if you're gonna do less damage than I do, you're still gonna be able to have enough damage to do pretty much all the content that I do. The only difference is that maybe it's gonna take you like 5 minutes, and for me it takes me 3 minutes. That's it. The major reason for you to be stronger and get stronger and do more damage, like in any ARPG, is the more damage you do, the faster you're gonna be able to do things. That's why people like to build strong characters. This game will be amazing with a more dedicated PvE content. I agree. I agree as well, because I think like the core of the PvP, I think it is very solid. Yes, there is the matchmaking problems. There is the problem like is not only the matchmaking. I think like people like focus like too much on the matchmaking, but it's just like super hard, man, to balance a game that there are so many power levels. And then like people also don't read that once you reach to legend, you're pretty much like in the same pool as other veteran players. So they don't really understand that part. Let me try to... Oh, this guy is already full. I feel, chat, that this game, if they focus on a better like PvE experience, most likely we will have even more players joining it. It is very simple. Whenever I do a PvE build, the PvE builds always have... I can even show, like, we have here the stats. So if we go here, just so you guys gonna see like the discrepancy that exists between PvP and PvE. So this is my channel, right? Let's go here to videos. Popular, okay? So Necro build, PvE. Barbarian, PvE. Almost 60,000 views. Almost 50,000 views. Almost 50,000 views. Another Barbarian build. Let me try to find out where is the PvP build. The first PvP build that I find out. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just have to put PvP. No. Okay. Barbarian. This one was the Whirlwind Barbarian. 25,000 views. It's half. And to be honest, like this already has like 5 months. So it has half of the views that most likely, most of like the PvE builds they get, because there's just like more players. Because here's the thing. Every single player, no matter who you are, okay, unless you have a pilot to do the PvE for you, but every single player has to do PvE. You understand? So almost 100% of the players, they do PvE, but only a small percentage actually will do PvP. So we are focusing the game on the minority instead of like the majority. Where's the new class? The new class will be coming, man. Probably it's gonna be like Warlock, from my understanding. Munchie was saying a new crafting stone, like prims like Diablo 4 with a modified gear with additional traits. So I didn't play like with that system, so I'm not like fully aware. All Blizzard games have end game issues. There's like whenever it comes to Diablo games, that's actually true. That's actually true, man. In other ARPGs, we grind for better gears to play higher difficulty levels or complete higher rifts. Exactly. Exactly, because the stronger you are, the more damage and the more health you have, the more capable your character will be. It's not like just because the combat rating is dictated as well based on the Paragon level that you are. It's crazy because if you think back 15 months, we were saying the opposite. Just shows the lack of overall game to many extremes. What are we saying the opposite? I honestly don't. I mean, I think what I'm saying today, it's literally. I think I can go back a year on my stream, especially around December last year, and I believe that I was saying pretty much the same thing. Like, because the game has not changed a lot. It didn't change a lot. Like a year ago, you still do PvE to get strong to PvP. We were saying that they only focus on the PvE. In the last 8 months, now it's PvP. No, we're not saying that they are focusing on PvE or PvP. We're talking about the game loop. The game loop hasn't changed. And they do not like I honestly I don't think they really focus on the PvP. The PvP is the same. What did like really change? The only thing they added was like a new map, which was more than necessary. 3 years into it. But it is still like the same systems. It's just a different map. That's the only thing. Like, I honestly think like right now, I don't even know what they are actually focusing on. Where can we see the new instances? You can see it on my new video. We can go through it, but let me show you. Okay, I have here the new instances, but I don't want to check. Okay, I'm gonna scroll through them, and you can stop the stream if you want to check them out. We're probably gonna be talking about it if you feel, but today we are having like also another conversation. They added the regional merge. So I feel like they had to, right? Because at some point your population keeps decreasing, that you have to find like different ways to keep like the game active. So the problem with that with the cross server, the Bout of Realms, I think it was a good. I think like the Bout of Realms was a really good thing. So they added last year. They added the new convoy. They added Bout of Realms, and for PvE they added challenge dungeons, and they added like Vanguard, right? Maybe they added like a few more things here and there, but you know, I think it is like pretty balanced. Like in general, I don't think they are focusing on one or the other. I feel like if anything, the problem like with the PvE stuff that they add is like it's not challenging, man. It's just like things that it's just people like the first reaction that players they get is like they see something new added to PvE. Is like, oh my god, just another thing to do every week, bro. Oh my god. So you don't get excited like you're gonna progress into the game. You just feel like you're just gonna add another chore into your game, you know, into your daily or weekly cycle. So what they have to find out, which is like, I feel like that's something that, you know, Diablo 4 also does well, is like there are seasons, and in those seasons there are like certain things and certain mechanics that they are more powerful than others. And it's not like you have to do all the content everywhere in the game. No, sometimes you just focus on doing the most optimal grind. Which means that, imagine like if the optimal grind it is to just focus most of your time in challenge dungeons and challenge rifts, that's what you do. And you don't do as many, for example, Terror Rifts, or you don't do like as many Vanguards, because it's not like really worth your time. But in Diablo Immortal, it feels like everything that they add for PvE, it feels like kind of mandatory, or almost mandatory to do it if you want to progress. There are still like some things that you don't really have to do if you don't really want. Like Vanguard is not mandatory, but it's nice. It gives you like a nice gear for like 5 minutes of your time. I think they have to rebuild the dungeon system, like, wow, more challenging, different gear, and more fun, not just repetitive. The big difference between like mythical dungeons and our challenge dungeons is like there are some keys, okay, and you keep upgrading your dungeon key, and imagine like your key starts at like level 1, and then you keep progressing to a key like level 20, and level 20 or 25 is just like absolutely insanely hard. But because it is insanely hard, also the gear that you get from it also is really good. So it's nice. It's like it's more challenging, but also is more rewarding. And here, like, it's not like if you do normal dungeons or you do challenge dungeons, it's exactly the same. The rewards are exactly the same. Like, you're still gonna get the same level of combat rating of your gear. The only thing that is gonna be different is like on challenge dungeons, you're just gonna get more gear faster. You're not gonna get better gear. You're just gonna get more gear faster. Blizzard surprised Indez. Surprised Indez never tell him something he cannot talk about. Now, like, obviously there are some things that sometimes they share, but it's like partners, we don't know a lot of like what is actually going on. And I kind of prefer it that way. Obviously, I know like a few small things, but we don't know like... I don't know like everything. You know, like, I think like there's a misperception that, oh, partners, the partners, we have access to everything. We know everything is going on in the game, and we're just not talking because of the confidential things. No, it's not really like that. Most of the times, like, we get access to the patch notes maybe like 1 or 2 days before, which, again, I prefer it that way because I don't like... Imagine if I knew everything, and imagine live streaming, always with having all of this back information. It becomes like really hard for you to speak about things and then people ask you stuff and you can just not say, or then you're gonna have like to straight up lie, which is, I don't like to do that. Ancient gear should cost less, in your opinion. I wish that you could get 2 pieces in Infernal level. You can get 2 pieces in an Infernal level. I feel like the cost of the crafting, it's okay. I think that's completely fine. I think they should keep it as it is. What they need to give us is like a better way to farm them. And making them way more exciting, man. It has to be like way more exciting. I wish they could make a gear token where you can upgrade 1 piece of gear to the next hell difficulty. How do you guys... No, I feel like this will be a terrible idea, but... how would you guys feel like if the set items will also scale like the legendary gear? Probably that'll be absolutely terrible, right? In some ways, I kind of like the fixed levels for the difficulty. You know, I think it makes more sense. Let me see if I already did this. Okay, I already did this. Adding these Americans to the Latin was more of the same on PvP. That's my feedback. Everything remains the same. Yeah, obviously, everything like regarding the PvP just stays the same. Like you just have access to more players to play with. You know? Which I feel like it is a good step moving forward in the game. I wish like the game will... I don't see like cross-server merging as a bad thing at all. I think it is actually a positive thing. It creates maybe a bit more drama, which is also good for the game. Like people get more invested. But the systems, we're talking about like... One thing is like the player reactions and this thing. The other thing is like we're talking about the systems. The system itself in PvP has not changed. The system's like almost... you're at 72 artifacts. Let me see how many artifacts do I have. I am a bit behind. Some people got it earlier than me. I think I have 83. So yeah, you're probably gonna be able to get it. 72. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get it or not. It'll be cool if the matches they will last longer. Oh no, I don't think so. I think like the duration of the match it is fine. Because imagine Rec, a lot of times you have like bad games. And imagine like if you're gonna be stuck in a bad game that you know is gonna lose for like 10 minutes. So if they're gonna extend the duration of the games, they definitely have to find a way to just put a surrender button. After like 5 minutes, you can just surrender and the game ends. Which class are you more excited to test in Inferno 10? Let's actually go and check that out. That can be a interesting thing. Okay, guys. While we check it out, let's put here the character in a good place. Oh, you said that matches are lasting longer, it seems. Yeah, like I will agree on that. I think like the matches, they do not... Like if I think like how it was like last year, especially on the old map, there was so many matches, bro. Like people could never leave the spawn. But now they do, which is nice. All right. By the way, chat, I made the video and for some about the nuances, and for some reason the slideshow of the wizard didn't appear, and I didn't notice until it was already published and everything, and people are in the comment section, they were like, no wizard, what the fuck? Oh man. But like I did it. It's just I don't know, for some reason it just didn't show. So I don't want to go like through everything, but we can just talk about here about the nuances, because you guys are talking and asking me about them. Do you think that they're gonna make a mega server merge between NA and South America? A mega server? I think maybe can be in there. No, I don't think it will be. Actually, I don't. The reason why I don't think that will ever happen is because of the way we have the immortal reign. You know, like the immortal... Why did I die, bro? Oh my god. Oh, because I forgot to turn on the things. You know what? It doesn't matter. Fuck it. We're just gonna go to West March, and that's about it. Let my guy rest in peace. So the fact that we have this immortal system here, which only allows 3 clans, right? 3 clans to to be immortal at the same time, it makes it really, really hard to put like literally every single server in one server. Because if they do that, I don't even know who these guys are, but can you, I think like if they put every single server into one server, it will just be that the alliance at the top will only be mega whales. You know, it will just make that it will be impossible for free-to-plays to really even have a shot at becoming immortal. You know? So that's why we have still like a lot of servers. Because every server, they have their guilds, and their guilds, they still have a shot to do it. All right. Yo, Nelson, what's up, man? They added slots on the warbands, but still 8 members can only join the raids. Yeah, that was a... I don't understand that. That was one of the most weird like changes that they made. I still only run 8 members warband because there was a time that I had 10 members. And for 2 or 3 weeks, we had 9 people on. Which means that we had to do it like twice. Fuck no. Hell no. I'm not gonna do that. Alright. So here on the bottom, there are very, very interesting things. I don't know if you guys saw these, but look at the shoulders. The leap will now jump to a target location and will get you fortified. So fortified, it's just like it's gonna increase your maximum life and damage. That's kind of sick, though. There is also the new pants, which you're gonna leap, and whenever you leap, you're gonna apply fear to everyone around you. How toxic is this gonna be, man? This feels like it's gonna be really, really toxic. Then, the chest piece, I think it is okay. Hammer of the Ancients now is gonna deal damage based on your maximum life, so they are giving like here a big change to the maximum life. Which is just gonna make like the Whales Barbarians just become way, way stronger. I don't think it's gonna like if you are low reso, I don't think it's gonna matter too much for you, because we don't have like as many as HP as a whale. But yeah, I think that it is like quite promising. There are probably gonna be like some interesting things for PvP. This is mainly PvP. I don't see here maybe like this main hand can be interesting for PvE. Aside from that, I don't know. Do you think that the shoulder and the pants can stack with each other? Yeah, I'm sure. This is a different effect than these ones. So for the Blood Knight, I mean, we'll have to see like how the Umbra Lance is gonna work. It seems okay. Now I don't know. Maybe the new pants, they seems kind of interesting. It's gonna give you immunity to loss of control, empowers your primary attacks. While Abomination, bleeding enemies can reduce the damage to you. I think like this helmet is gonna be absolutely meta. I don't see a world that we're not gonna be able to use this. The new shoulders, Abomination can no longer consume and grants you increased damage and life drain over time. So there is a big thing here whenever it comes to these ancestors, which is a lot of the times, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Look at the description of this necromancer, the necromancer, where it is, the necromancer shoulders, okay? So if we read these necromancer shoulders, it just tells you that it will empower you and causing you to generate corpses and increasing the damage. That's all, right? But inside, if you equip these shoulders, and inside here, in the details of the instance, it also says that increases damage and movement speed. So, whenever you guys are reading these infernal ancestors, have in mind that a lot of them can be better or worse than whatever you're reading these, just because inside the game they will have all the details. All the details, okay? Crusader, they are trying to make here, we're gonna have a new horse. Look at here, boys. We're gonna have a horse that's gonna make you immune to slow effects and also is gonna apply the shock effect. So they are trying to bring like the Feast of Heavens and the lightning damage. I like this one. If you are mounted, it's gonna summon 2 phantom steeds, which is like 2 horses, that will perform an attack alongside you. This can be interesting. I think Crusader will be interesting to try. I think so. Lightning damage, I think it's gonna be maybe the new meta. Demon Hunter, bro. Demon Hunter is all about this new chess piece. Look at these, boys. Vengeance will now transform you into an avatar of Vengeance, which is like a new transformation, like the Abomination. Removing loss of controls and effects, and increases your skill damage and grants you new active skills. Man, this actually can be very interesting. Like from all of these ones, this seems like kind of cool. I don't really understand why they keep trying to push the Reign of Vengeance, bro. Like, it's so fucking cringe. The Reign of Vengeance, it's like I really don't understand what they are trying to do, man. It's like the 3rd or the 4th patch that they keep like adding this shit, and it doesn't do anything. Well, we'll see. The Druid. Okay, so the Druid has some interesting things here regarding the Surging Stone. But again, I think they are trying to make like Druid like support with the summons, with the Circle of Life. I don't know. Only have to wait and see. Like, Druid like is one of those classes that if you read and you look at it, it's not very clear if it's gonna be like really good. I think this is mainly gonna be full support. So if it is gonna be full support, I don't know if it's gonna be very viable. Why Necro is our most useless summoner ancestors? Because the problem with summons, guys, it's like they are fucking retarded. That's like, the summons are dumb. They are really, really dumb. Their AI is slow. By the time you reach to the mobs, they are already dead. So you don't want, like, you cannot compare like a speed farming build with a speed farming build with the summons. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, you can use the summons against like very stationary mobs. Like, imagine a boss on the dummy. Like, I see people, oh, you're saying that the summons, they are not like as good as, yeah, because you're fucking in front of the dummy or in the raid boss. Yeah, the guy is not gonna move, and he has like 1 billion HP. So yes, you have time to set it up. You set up your summons, and they are gonna be able to do the damage. But if you try to translate these into the dungeons, the challenge dungeons, where most people are just running through the mobs and they are killing everything as they go, you don't have time. Like, by the time your skeleton mage is about to do the first attack, the mobs are already dead. And that's why people don't use summons. You get to a point that using summons, it's really bad. Like, you're actually handicapping yourself, even if you really want to. Even, like, I know people are like die-hard fans of summons. I also really like summons. I'm a fan of it. I like the play style as well, but they are not fast. They are dumb. Inferno, Hear the Monk. Okay, I have to see something. Look at this. This here must be wrong. Cunning Grim, the helmet Shield of Zen also increases your skill damage. Look at this. I am pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the head essence, Shield of Zen increases your skill damage. So it may so unless we're gonna have 2 answers doing exactly the same thing, I think that probably they forgot something here. There must be something here added, right? This doesn't make sense. It's exactly the same thing. But I mean, I look at these at Monk. They are trying to make like the flying dragon, which the flying dragon most of the times comes like from primary attack. They keep trying to force, man, like this primary attack bullshit on Monk, and making like Monk not like really viable in PvE, man. It's kind of sad. It's okay. I think like maybe there are some interesting things here, especially this one with the main hand. But aside from that, Necromancer. Now the command golems are gonna stun the enemy. Maybe it can be usable in PvP. I don't know. I don't really know. Bone Spirits now empowers you and your nearby summons. Bone Spirits will increase your primary attack speed. Raid form is gonna transform your in the spectral avatar. That's gonna increase your primary attack. I mean, like I said on my video chat, the problem with the primary attack builds is this. Whenever you're playing, to use the primary attack, your character has to stop, okay? It has to stop, which means that for the late game, makes it like, especially in PvE, hard to keep up with the builds that are mainly focused on skill damage and AoE effects. Because what you really want to do, you just want to run and you kill everything as you go, and that's like the meta, right? That's what good ARPGs and game builds usually tend to be. The reason why Tempest can be a primary attack class and still be viable in PvE is because whenever you are using your primary attack, you are still surfing. So your character, it is still surfing, so you are able to move while using the primary attack. You'll be really nice in the future for the, and it's just a suggestion for Blizzard. If in the future we could have like a surfing, imagine like if I could actually be Insanguinate, but while I'm Insanguinate, I'm also like throwing Shadow's Edge. That'll be really cool. I'm saying remove the immunity, don't bring the immunity, but you are able to move and you're still able to throw your Shadow's Edge. I think like that'll be really nice. You'll make a lot of like these primary builds way more viable for the same way as I'm saying here on the Blood Knight. I think it also applies a lot into other classes. Here the Tempest, I think like maybe this one, the main hand might be promising. There is the helmet that the running surf will cause enemies to bleed. This is very, very good. It's like super, super good. So we'll see. Maybe Tempest will have a new PvE build. Who knows? And regarding Wizard, Arcane Torrent now is gonna unleash torrents of lightning at the surrounded enemies that will shock prioritize shock the enemies. The only thing that I really think that is gonna be really OP is this new offhand. Look at this. Whenever you use Lightning Nova, apply shock to the enemy. Whenever you apply shock, if you guys don't know, it just means it's gonna increase 50% of the lightning damage that the target will take. And also, they will take even increased damage from you. So, you have a 50% increased damage from the shock, plus more damage added. So, and one fucking offhand is gonna give you maybe like what? 90, like 80% increased damage? Absolutely nutty. This teleport here also seems very interesting. Teleport now uses 3 stages. The first one teleports you to a target location. Then it teleports you again to another location. And then it's going to return to the original point. So it's like, can you imagine like a triangle, right? Go here, here, and then you go to the origin point. This is going to be very annoying to play against PvE, man. PvP. Yeah, so these are the instances, pretty much. I think like they are, they look okay. Obviously, a few classes are gonna have like some meta changes, others like not really. But that's just the way the game is. Let me see. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything, right? Okay, I can do like the bestiarity. I'm still trying to collect all the pages. Demon Hunter finally new instances for the strafe resource problem. Did they? Wait. Where are you seeing that? I don't see any of that. Am I tripping? I mean, like, if you have strafe problem, all you need to do is, like Greek was saying, just use the trick shot. If you use the trick shot, your problem will be solved. But personally, whenever I play with the Demon Hunter, I don't even think it like it's kind of needed. I don't think it's needed. What I think more than fixing strafe or making strafe better, what I think they have to find out, it is something to remove you guys from fucking strafe. How long are you gonna still be playing the same build that you've been playing for the past like a year and a half? I swear to God, man, I was playing strafe build on Demon Hunter for like I was not even creating content and I was already playing the strafe build. There is only so much that you can actually play one fucking build. I think like what we need in Demon Hunter is just like something new, man. Something. It's the same problem that Tempest has. Like it's so locked in the Riding Surf Crosswinds meta. Because everything else that comes out is just not as good, right? And in the meantime, like other classes, they just keep getting better or like different archetypes, different ways to play. But it's getting like harder and harder to really understand if like a certain class, like I got this question a lot like in the past days, right? Oh, what is the class that you guys think is gonna be like the best in Inferno 11? And more because of like the lack of detail on those instances, because like I said, like a lot of instances inside the game, they have more detail than we actually get like from the patch notes. It makes it like really hard to just think and theory craft before you actually see them in game. In the past, this was easier because like they used to be a bit more detailed. But yeah, guys, today we had a really good chat, man. Obviously, from time to time, I still love the game, as you guys know. But today I was just in bed and I was like thinking that, you know, like probably things will have to change here for me. Because I like there's the worst thing you can do as a gamer is like forcing yourself to play something that you don't want to play, right? And I am not at that stage, and I don't want to reach to that stage. I feel like a lot of creators, they feel forced that they have to lock themselves into just playing something because their channels is just around that, right? So it's just like you feel like really forced that you have to do, and I don't want to reach there, right? So because of that, I decided like to just give a date to the game, and hopefully the game will get better in the things that I feel like I need as a player. It has nothing to do with you guys, okay? Like it's like personal things that I feel like I need from the game for me to keep investing like so much time and effort in it. Otherwise, like we're probably just gonna go, you know, and maybe like stop playing the game for a while and play something else, and maybe come and check it out, Diablo Immortal here and there. And yeah. When is the date? That's a personal thing. I don't want to share that. I don't want to be like, you guys know, like those doomsday, like the You guys know, like those guys on TikTok, that they say that the world is gonna end on the X amount of dates, you know, and they do all these conspiracy theories and the doomsday is coming. So you know, I could put like a a deadline, like every day that you come here on the stream, there is a countdown. You know, the countdown until the doomsday. I'm waiting for the roadmap. Me too. I think the roadmap may come like around March, I will say. Try D4. I play, bro. I have like a lot of hours D4, but I could try. I mean, I already played them, so but I just need to update myself on what are the new things about the game. The last time I played was in season 6, so the game definitely has like new things. Probably like new systems. But is it tomorrow off until next year? Where is the range? Like, if I tell you the range, then I'm gonna tell you the date, right? Halo Infinity? No, I'm not like a shooters guy. No, I just like, I also like feel the need as a creator to explore other things. Why don't you play D2? I played D2, but it's just like, I know myself, like D2 is just not for me. I'm not like a... I know like D2 has like a good and big audience, but I don't like to play older games, even though I know like older games are quite good. But it's like, I played it and I'm done with it, and I like to move forward with my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like new games are better than old games, or this is better than that. What I'm saying is like, I just tend to like to play like newer things that I never played or I never seen. So, perfect example. I played WoW for many years, and then I played classic WoW, right? I level up, I played the Horde, I made the Orc, and then I killed Ragnaros, and then I never logged in again. Because I just realized that, man, I already did this. You know, I already did this. So it was fine to redo it because I was doing it like maybe after like 15 years or something. But yeah, I don't like to live like in that nostalgia trip all the time, which Blizzard is very famous and known for. I personally like to play new things that I never seen. Also, even if like the games are not getting better, like in general at the times, because like I think it was one of the guys here in the chat that said like and I agree, man. Like the new games, they feel like a kind of soulless, right? I think like soulless, it is a really good word to represent like a lot of new games. Soulless games for me are games that they look like quite good, like in terms of graphics, and they still play well mechanically, but then they are like kind of shallow. They are like, they kind of miss like the core of like you wanting to invest a lot of your time. A perfect example that I played recently on and off stream was Where Winds Meet. Where Winds Meet, it's like a Asian game, plays flawlessly. Like the combat is crazy, beautiful world. I like to play it, but there was nothing there that it hooked me up. I played for a few hours and it was fine. Good game, just not for me. And a lot of times, like, it's just like, it's a personal thing, right? Because like everyone is different. Everybody like prioritize like different things, which is nice and should be like that way. But not all the time. I just had like the same way as I fell in love like with for some reason, like I never expected that I was gonna play like so much Diablo 4, and I just found out a game that is not like really that popular, right? it's popular, like if you talk about like the mobile sense, but it's not like the most popular game. But it's a game that I enjoy to play it a lot. It checked like a lot of boxes for me that, you know, it came at a time of my life that I literally just needed something to grind for. It was small enough that allowed me to grow as a creator and become a creator, pretty much. Like, I never even like really thought about that before, and this game allowed me to do that. But I also feel like at a certain point I am in need of like entering a new life, a new phase of my life, you know? Do you like turn-based games? I love them. That's one of the reasons why I play Raid. I play chess as well. I played on Kai-Star Rail. I liked more on Kai-Star Rail than I really liked to play Genshin Impact. Yo, Anton, what's up, man? Did you ever play Star Wars Republic? No, I was too busy playing WoW. The same way as now, I am too busy playing Warlock, Diablo Immortal. I would love to be like a casual gamer, man. And I was actually thinking about like going to therapy just to try to unlock like certain things in my brain to allow me to just take like things a bit less seriously. You know, like I'm not at all a casual gamer, bro. Like, I envy so much people that just play for fun. And for me, fun, it is being really good at the game. But for and that's the problem. That's the fucking problem, man. Because if you want to be really good at the game or good at something, it requires a lot of time investment, right? It's not like you, unless you're very naturally skilled, which this is not a skill game. This is like literally just knowledge. Like the more knowledge you have, the better your character is going to be built, and then like the skill is just a small percentage. Is your game still crashing? It hasn't been crashing in a while, actually. It only crashes whenever I'm spamming dungeons for some reason. Not too excited about the Druid answers for the Inferno 11. Do you think any of them will be better built than we show the stack charge? I don't think so. All those ancestors, they seem like they are like very focused into PvP support meta. Or maybe like there's gonna be like a new summons build that will come from that, but I don't think that will be better than Firestorm by any means. I think the meta will still be the same. I am the same way. I get obsessive and no life it with everything I do. Yeah, that's exactly what I fucking do. I have that very obsessive, like, which it's great. It's like a curse and a blessing and a curse, right? It allows me to become a content creator, because like if you are good at the game and you know the game well, you probably can do like educational content and you can help people and you can come up like with new things. So in that sense, it's really helped me. But now it also is being the thing that is not really allowing me to explore more games. Like right now, honestly, I could just like boot up a game and play something else if I wanted, because I'm literally not doing anything, right? I'm just like running around, but I'm just, this is like, I'm literally right now just speaking with you guys. Most of my streams, it's you guys, honestly. Like the game is always like a background. You know how whenever like you're scrolling like TikToks or shorts, and then they put like that card like flopping, or like someone with a skateboard and like it's sliding. That's pretty much just to grab your attention, right? So my stream is exactly the same recipe. This here in the middle of the screen is just to grab your attention, but at the core instance, this is just chatting stream. I think I might have to figure it out. You want to try something? Try what? Mario Bros games will be a interesting series. I'll you know what? I would like to actually try to play like Dark Souls, Elden Ring. I never played those games. Never. I think what I'll probably try to do in the future is to make like my streams a bit more experimental. Like we can play DI, but we also will play other things. And maybe on the YouTube channel, I'll still keep like uploading DI content here and there. And with the second channel that I have, I'll explore other games. I think like that's a good strategy. But right now, I don't feel like I'm in a really good like mental place for that. Also, I'm like I am dealing like with the wedding stuff that is about to come. I'm dealing with like the traveling, the many things. So that's like my priority. I want it to go like I want the wedding to go at its best. I want it to be beautiful. I saw. Okay, I don't want to leak. I was going to show you guys the location, but I don't want to leak it. I'll show you guys later on. Listen, we figured it out. The location, it is absolutely beautiful. Hopefully, it's going to be a sunny day. Hopefully. And yeah, I am really fucking excited for that. To be honest, I think if you're planning to have kids, streaming isn't that reliable. I mean, it depends, man. It's as reliable as me sitting my ass on the office for 8 hours in a day, you know? You know what I'm saying? Diablo games are a great background for to talk with viewers since the farming is endless. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of like the streaming, here's like how it works more or less for content. Okay, so the videos are the things that usually they drag people to the channel. It's like they are like tend to be more informational, right? But what I get the most joy and where the community actually solidifies itself, it is here on the live stream, right? This is where I can feel that I'm actually speaking with people, you know, like I have people on the other side. Because like the thing about the YouTube comments is like I know a lot of you guys that you guys comment and vote, but it's just different. Like you're just like replying to comments, and every comment it is a person, but the interaction it is just not the same, right? It's like here it's like a real time. I am saying something, you guys are answering. We are having like kind of conversation. With comments, like you cannot really get conversations. Most of the times, any comment that goes above like 3 or 4 replies, it tends to be people that are just fighting with each other. That's pretty much it. You can make like a 1 year worth of your money in a 1 week subathon, like a other normal job. I mean, like I will not. That doesn't really apply to like small streamers. It doesn't. But the way I can tell you guys is like streaming. It's mainly like it's like gambling, man. So like there are streams like, for example, today. There was no memberships, there was no donations, there was no super chats, nothing, right? So I came here, and I always come here for the stream with 0 expectations, okay? 0 expectations. If you guys like to support and you guys want to become a member and all these things, that's a plus. But I don't come here because okay, man, I have to make like $30, otherwise it's a waste of my time. Streaming is always technically a waste of time in a way. You have to really fucking love to do it, because it's like such a gamble. It's like literally gamble. I like chilling and watching your streams. Yeah, and also understand, I was previously a viewer, right? I used to watch. My favorite content was always streaming. So I like to do content and streams that I will also enjoy to watch, right? Today is like also is like Sunday. It was a chill stream. Tomorrow we're gonna change classes. This was Blood Knight was fun, but you know it is time to change. Yo, Dildo, what's up, man? All right. Let me go here and change the build. Let's just run in here a few dungeons. Duck Hunter. On the table is gonna be Demon Hunter, Wizard, and Monk. Last time Demon Hunter was so close. Was so close. But it didn't get it. You know what? I'm gonna play with my 1 billion damage build, just for the change. Wait. Honestly, I'm gonna change here these. Wait, I need to change here my gems. Bam. Okay, so I just have like a bit more movement speed, basically. Farming Barb is Farmarian. Yeah, it can be. So this build is different. I kind of like to play with it for the change. How much plat do you think a familiar is worth with both legendary savior and lingering wounds? That's like a really good pet though. It will highly depend on your server. The economy, every server economy is different, so you have to check on the rationales. But you can start trying to put like max price, the max you can do, and then just and see from there. My prediction is whenever you get to the pit, the game will crash when you exit. Well, let's see. Is that what happens to you? Level Up is saying, I suffer from severe social anxiety, so this is easier for me to interact with people rather than face-to-face. Yeah, I feel you, man. For me, I also like think like a lot of people, especially after COVID, they develop like a bit more social anxiety, right? Even like the people that were like kind of social, because you're just like the more connected you are in the online world, like the harder it gets in a way, because it's like everything, like social interactions, they also require practice, and if you're not practicing that, then it becomes harder. And social media makes it like so easy that you can interact with people without like having to really care about how you look or how you speak or all the social pressures that comes with it. You spend so much time on this, it's unhealthy. How many hours do you spend on this? I think like it's always important to, whenever you look at your life, to understand how much time you can actually put it. Because a lot of times, like we also, the same way as people use like tobacco and drugs and alcohol and these things, usually gamers, they tend to cope with a lot of anxiety just by putting more hours into a video game, right? So if I'm having a big problem in my life, there is no better recipe for me than just fucking draw myself into a video game, so I don't have to really think about it, right? It's a very toxic way to deal with life, but yeah. But look at me. I was doing that for about like maybe 3 or 4 months. I was very fucking depressed. Like my life was going nowhere. I had big financial problems. Like I was like, man, like I have to take care of my wife, and like I don't know what the fuck to do. And I was just mainly coping by playing Diablo Immortal about like 13, 14 hours per day, like a fucking degenerate. Gladly, it worked out well. It worked out well because, you know, a year after, I was able to turn something that is a passion and a hobby into, you know, something that can provide for me and my family. So I'm happy. And above all, like I said the other day on the stream, like I think like the worst thing that can happen, it's as a man, is like you feel like you're not providing for your family. It was making me feel like such a fucking loser, man. Like absolutely. I was like, it was at some point, man, it was really fucking hard. It was really, really hard. And a lot of people, like a lot of men, they actually have a lot of like the suicide rates that exist on men. It tends to also lead because of like these reasons. People get like too much pressure on it, and a lot of it is not like it comes from us. The unhealthy amount of time that I spend trying to figure out the game, and the game keeps crashing on me. I mean, like, if you try to figure out the game like that, it's probably because you enjoy it, right? The dips of this build is absolutely crazy. So you don't have like a lot of mobility, but you have a lot of damage. So it's a good trade-off. But Fabio, you were saying that you can make in 1 year the same money worth. That probably, it's very true. Like in huge big streamers. For me, the most I did in one stream was probably like 400 or no, it's probably like 500 euros. So that's not even like a month, right? And that's like, for me, is like a crazy fucking stream, like a crazy stream. But the thing is, like, you cannot make like a business model based on people's generosity, right? So that's why streaming, for me, it's never really about the money, and it's about just building, you know, building connections with my community. I just love to come here. I love to speak with you guys, and yeah. The only thing that you can be a bit more, there's nothing about content creation that is really reliable. Okay, like you can make a video, and you can think that video is gonna be the fucking bomb, man. Like that's gonna be like, man, I got this video is gonna go viral, is gonna go crazy, and and a lot of times it's not. And a lot of times, like, simple videos that you make that you think is not actually gonna be like doing that well, they actually perform well. Even in big streams, there are like 10 people that really donate hard to them. You might get lucky. Yeah, it's a lucky's game, but it's not like really something that you can, like I said, you can rely on. Is it worth saving the red crests or just use them on the Helder Rifts. No, I mean you can use them. You can use them to get like the fading embers a bit faster. Personally, I use them and then I save them for maybe the new limited 2-star gem. Zero pressure. All you gotta do is buy a max res account. If you have like a max res account, like there's literally nothing to do in the game except like maybe doing PvP and spending money. Whales, they definitely play a very different game. A whale, they don't really spend a lot of time like doing a lot of the shit that the casual players they do, you know. Because it's just not worth their time. How to awaken a Rezo gem? You got level 10. You have to go. You need to buy with 10,000 platinum. So if you go to the store, and on the store there is the shop, there is here materials. You have to buy the Dawning Echo for 10,000 plat or 1,000 orbs, and then you go to the jeweler and you wake up the slot. So you have to wake up, awaken 8 slots. They pay for the other person to play. No, it's okay. So I'll tell you from like a streamer's viewer experience. People they are not paying for you to play. The only people that pay for you to play are really like sponsors, right? Those are the real ones. Most of the times, people, it's all about like you give, and you give a lot. It's all about being like, if you are trying to do like a channel, that's why I say like, if you're trying to come for content creation because you want to be rich and make a lot of money, that's probably the best recipe to actually never make any money, because you're always going to be perceived as someone that is there to take, not to give, you know. And I feel like the easiest way is always you don't expect anything. And you just think, okay, what is like the thing that can add the most value for the community? Okay, is it making a guide? Is it making like entertainment value? It is like whatever it is. And over time, some people, if they think they consume like so much content and it will help them a lot, and they like your personality, and they will be there to support you. Like I used to be as well. I used to, you know, be a Twitch sub for a few streamers that I liked, and I used to support them. Oh, you're talking about like the whales. Okay, I see. What are the answers? They are out already? Yes. If you go to my channel, let me try to give you here the link. You will find it here. Copy. There you go, brother. The wizard ancestors are on the pinned comment because he didn't pop the slide. I don't know why. Yo, Grim Reaper, what's up, man? So a lot of people like, especially like big content creators, one thing that Gosfan was right is that it is, for example, I have been streaming for how long? For 2.5 hours, right? In a way, you could say that if I would put this time into making more videos and more shorts for my channel, will be better, right? Because those are the things that they really grow my channel, right? But at the same time, if I don't stream, which is like the thing that I really love to do, I'll probably be already burned out. You know, I'll probably already be burned out. The whiteboard is cleared? Yeah, because it's 1st February, man. It's a new month. I have to post. I'm gonna post it on the Discord. Every month we have the Wall of Legends. Barbarian would win on dying is really amazing. Yeah, it's crazy. Like you literally just don't die. Bro, this build, it's so much damage. It's kind of fucking... It's sick, bro. The mobility, it's not there, but... I'm gonna post this build tomorrow on the channel. It's very easy. Like, you just have to buff up, and then you just start, like, using the primary attack. I forgot it's already a new month. Yeah, man. Time is passing by. In about a month, man. In about a month, your boy's getting married. Goddamn, boys. It's gonna be kind of crazy to see. It's just like this is overtaking like so many mental space, like the wedding. Like it's almost all I can think. Like if everything is gonna go well, how is the trip? Like the visa that I have to take. I am so concerned that you know, everything else is taking like is it like in the background? And I honestly didn't thought I was gonna feel this way. But because I was like, okay, I don't know, like, but it is a fucking big deal indeed. It is a big deal. I just want to make sure everything will go well, you know, and that everybody that will be there, that they will enjoy. Also, I hope that, you know, that mainly my wife also is gonna enjoy your day. What are the beasts? Plants? I have no idea, brother. No idea. But yeah, tomorrow we will have patch notes, so pay attention. Patch notes will be coming. There's a few things that are coming into the game. I cannot speak too much about it, but just be aware. I will still have to go and record and like really fully see the patch notes, because I still didn't read them like completely. I just like glanced them through. Look at the dips, boys. Damn, son. Look at these. Look. We're not even like half of the dungeon. I'm already like with the 400 million damage. Even if it is like a primary attack build, it's still like a very, very good. He has like AoE, he has like insane attack speed. Hey! Where the fuck is that mobs? Oh my god, where are the mobs? Okay. Okay, I'm getting trolled. Maybe I should have gone and killed like the other mobs there. There you go. Damn, son. Sheesh. It's kind of cool, like, whenever you see, you do, like, a lot of damage. You know?
At Dildo Xl super chatted 72 euro cents. Will you play Monk? Barely
We'll be playing
anyone
Monk.
play
So
it.
tomorrow, Dildo, it will be the new class auction. So it's gonna be between Monk, Demon Hunter, as well Wizard. Okay, so these are the three classes that are gonna be on the menu. So make sure you come here on the live stream and vote for the Monk. The more votes the class has, the more chances he has to win. Last time it was the Blood Knight that won. This time we'll see. We'll have to see. But thank you so much, Dildo, becoming the first person today and in a month to join the Wall of Legends. Also, you're gonna join here, becoming the top donator, boys. We don't want. There you go, brother. The top donator of the month until now. Okay, I'll do one more. But you're happy with that patch? I haven't like read like completely. I'll have to go more into it. The only thing I checked like more closely was the ancestors. I feel like the ancestors, I mean, like the ancestors is always like opportunity to play like with new builds. I just want like the whole discussion today on the stream was like, we keep getting better builds, more builds and these things, but then we need to have something to do with those builds, you know? Otherwise, we're just getting stronger, but we have no reason to keep getting stronger. All right, let's go here. What do you think if the player base keeps shrinking? Will they make progression easier? I'm thinking about gem upgrades. Yeah, I think like there'll be they'll probably will have to create like catch-up mechanics. Like we spoke as well about that the other day. That's I think like the catch-up mechanics that they have to exist inside the game for the normal gems, or even like mainly the normal gems. They have to make like the player grind like faster in the early stage of the game. So instead of being like 12 gems per day, it will be like 84, and then over time, as you keep getting to a point that you have enough secondaries to be able to just do like the PvE at the Inferno 10, which is like the requirement is more or less like 4,000. Yeah, it just keeps shrinking, you know, like at the start of the game you get like 84, and then over time you get like maybe 64, and then like, you know, maybe 48, 24, 12, and then once you get like to that, you know, baseline of like maybe everything around like 4,000, then you just go into the normal. I think it will not be fair to make you catch up like as a new player, like with a veteran right away. But I also feel like as a new player, you definitely need some help, especially regarding the normal gems. It's the same way as yeah, exactly the same way as you had like the XP boost right at the start. I think we also need like some secondaries boost, working exactly the same way. Once you reach to around like the server level or the difficult level, then you stop having the boost. Do you think at 80k plat for the awakening, do you need 80k plat? Yeah, you need 80k platinum to awaken every single gem slot. You're not awakening the gem, you're awakening the slot. Okay, that's very important. And then inside the slot, for you to awaken it, you will need to have a gem at least rank 4. Okay. The Legacy of Oradrin 2, yeah, like giving extra keys will also be good. I mean, or rather maybe, I mean, as long as you have like the extra like normal gems, that probably was gonna cover up everything. The game caters to grinder and whales. No, I don't think like the game is catering for whales. I think the game is catering for like the casual player, okay, because it's a mobile game, and over time they hope to hook you up to the game that you will become a spender. That's what these games are all about. They're all about like trying to make a good enough decent game that you feel like you're having fun and you feel the potential and you feel like you don't mind spending some extra money on it. It's not like it's not like necessarily like to be a whale. But yes, of course, like the higher, the more you spend, the more benefits you get out of it. But I mean, like that's like literally basically the one-on-one mobile gaming industry right now. I wish it was different, honestly, but bro, this build, even though I don't have like the same mobility, it actually does more damage than the Abomination build. It's just like I go to the boss and I just absolutely destroy it. They need to raise the item levels from 30 to 40? No, I don't think so. I think like that's more of like the boring shit that if they do that, I will be so boring. Also, it will give like a huge advantage to people that have been playing for a long time. I think it's fine to be done with something. Like you got to rank 30, it's nice, it was fun, it's done. We need something new. Not going doing like the same shit again. Because that's how is that different than farming again like the same set items? And veteran players, they have like millions and millions of scrap on their bags, which pretty much like in no time they'll get like higher the level. And for the new player that is just starting the game, you will say to them, oh, you want to reach to level 40? Oh, there's no problem, man. It's just gonna take you like 2 years. Yeah, it's no problem. It's just gonna take you 2 years to reach there. I think it's a bit too much. I think like the way that they solved the problem was of the excessive of golden dust and scraps was adding the enchant feature. I think that was like very, very interesting. The enchant feature was definitely a much better solution to the scraps, the excess of scraps and gold, than just adding like 10 more levels. And that's why you still see a few people that they are still farming. It's because of that mainly. The magic res number is between 2 and 2.5. 3k reso if you want the big orange wings. And yeah, anything higher is hard. It's gonna take time. Even like 3k. I mean, like I am 2.6 right now, and I've been playing free to play for what, like almost 2 years now. I think that's the thing, man. Like, like if you think about it, like even if I stop playing Diablo Immortal now, okay, let's imagine I stop playing now. I still think, bro, a game that gave me this much entertainment for almost 2 years, that I had fun, it is great. It is great, right? Because how many games can we say that is gonna entertain you for like even a year, right? So So I never want to reach to a point that I'll start despising a game, which it's very common to see, and it's kind of sad. I like, it's literally the like there are some comments that I read on my videos and also like on Reddit or on the Discord that you can clearly see that that person just fucking hates the fact that they feel that they are stuck into the game, because it doesn't come from a place that they are passionate about the game. Because there's one thing is like criticizing the game and like giving the feedback in a constructive way, like, okay, this is boring, but if we add these, so it's like you're pointing a problem, but you're offering a solution, at least in your opinion. What is the solution? But some people, they just like are so deep into like the negativity and to the rabbit hole that they probably, I mean, that I look at those people and I'm like, man, maybe if I keep playing this game for like 3 or 4 more years, that's gonna be me. You know, that's gonna be fucking me. You know, like because it can happen, right? Like I don't know honestly, but I think it can happen. It's like a love and hate relationship. It's just like a toxic relationship, you know. You just develop like, and it's a video game. It's not your toxic girlfriend. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's just a game. And yeah, fuck it, man. Like you spend like a few $1,000s in a game, but like, is it worth that you're fucking like literally playing something that you absolutely hate, and you spend all of your day like typing like weird shit like in every content creator's video? It's not even about the creator. It's about like literally absolutely hating the game. I don't know. I feel like if you are in that situation that you see more negative than positive for your life and your happiness, just quit, man. Like I quit, go do something else. It's gonna be like so much better for you, bro. You're gonna be like way happier. And you're gonna look back and you say, okay, maybe I was a dumbass for spending like so much money. Because that's the thing, man. Like, okay, if you spend that much money and you cared, and now you feel like you're stuck in a video game, is because you didn't spend it in a wise way. Because spending in these video games in a wise way is like, I will spend, but this money, it's like gambling. It's like gambling money. It's like you can waste it. It's just like, it's not gonna change your life for the better or the worst, so you can move on. But if you are putting like $10 or like $5,000 on it, and those $5,000, like you feel like they were very important for you because it could be like life changing, then like why did you spend in the first way? You know, like and sometimes it's not even like their fault. Because these games, they have so many dark patterns, and they always try to make you to squeeze more fucking money out of you every single time. Every single time. And some people, they have this self-control, right? Other people, they don't. And they get you with like, every whale, chat, every whale, it always started as a low spender. Have that in mind. It always started as a low spender in any game, and then over the time they just become a heavy spender. Can you play the game and have fun if you spend only $20 a month? Bro, sad. I've been having fun on this game and I spent $0, so don't worry about it. You can be free to play and still enjoy it. People want to pick a class they like and run the builds that they like and use sets that they like, and they buy and pick the gems that they like, and then they get mad that they suck and die so easily. Yeah, but that's like playing, you know, I don't know, like I don't know, like it's just like going to a fight that you are naked and you don't have an armor, a shield, and a sword, right? So if you're gonna go to war and you're naked, probably if you get an arrow, you cannot defend yourself, right? So that's how I think. People forget that they lost the money in the moment that they bought something in the game, not in the moment that they feel tired. Yeah, exactly. You just have to, like Vance was saying, you have to treat it as entertainment. And it's like once you go to the movies, you pay for the ticket, you watch the movie, and then the money is gone, right? But I have empathy, man. I have empathy to people that are in this situation. A lot of people go there because, I mean, I was a gamer at a point, and a lot of times, you know, the issue it becomes that you make your self-worth attached to the video game. So you are the video game character, you know. It happened to me whenever I was a kid. I was growing up. I had my childhood was a bit twisted, and a lot of like my self-worth was because I was really good in WoW. I was like one of the top arena players in Europe, and I felt great about it. But once you know, my love for the game started fading, then I kind of was kind of weird for a while, right? You want to ask if the Berserk event will ever come? I don't know, man. I don't know that. I joined the membership with the other account. It didn't show up. I didn't get anything. But I appreciate it, Dildo. Oh, now he's Dildo XXXL. Oh my god, he's getting bigger every single stream. But yeah, boys, it is what it is. At the end of the game, just take care of yourself. Do whatever is the best for you. Pay attention to these small things. Games are games. Games will come. Games will go. But you know what? What it remains are the relationships and the times and the experience that we have here on the live stream, outside of the live stream, in live. And that's about it. In a few years, you're going to be playing something else because that's the nature of things. And I hope that you look back and you just had a good time in Diablo Immortal and you didn't reach to a point that you were playing a video game that you absolutely hate and despise. Because if I look back to all the games that I played, I have only good things to say about World of Warcraft. Even if after 7 years, I stopped playing the game. I loved it. I mean, the only probably game that I have a bit of bad things to say, it is League of Legends. But it was not really because of the game. It was just because I was so fucking toxic. That game absolutely brought the worst in me. And I am glad I got banned. Like, getting banned from League of Legends was actually like the best thing could ever happen to me. And probably will be the best thing that could ever happen to me as well in Diablo Immortal. So I can finally be free and go play other things. What do you think Tempest will get a little balance? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, man. Like, a lot of things are a query whenever you look at them and you read them. They look interesting, but looking interesting on paper and then seeing it, because like I've been playing this game for a long time. I've been reading patch notes for a long time, and the amount of times that I saw things that they look absolutely fantastic on paper and then they sucked, and then other things that look okay, this is fine, and then they were absolutely OP. It happened too many times. It is it can only look good. I think Tempest might have something on the line. If it's gonna be like game changing, I don't know. I don't know, man. Since the Tempest entered the game, I think the game actually became worse. Because the class was so OP and so far ahead than any other class. This is no hate for Tempest. This is just like I think it was just like bad game design, man. They made Tempest like too OP, and then because of a consequence of that, now every single class also has immunities, survivability, damage, because like Tempest at some point he had everything. It was like literally that fucking class had everything. So to balance the game, now they also had to give other classes other things to give, you know. I think the class, it looks fantastic, though. Tempest, I think it is one of the best, well-designed classes that I played. I think the animations are very slick. I think they plays like crazy. I just think it was a bit too far ahead. I have played the Diablo for 26 years. In some way or another. Console, comps, and now on the cell phone. I put it down from time to time, but I always come back. I mean, if you like it, you know, like, why not? It is like the guilty pleasure. Diablo Immortal forever? Nothing is forever, man. Snipes is saying they get mad at their personal life and then they have high expectations from the game that they didn't like. What they saw, and then they just start crashing out. Oh, that's also like very true, Snipes. There's a lot of projection, man. Like you have to understand, like, for example, as a creator, you have to, whenever I see someone hating on my comments about whatever, like, so especially like when it's personal, I just think, man, what a sad man. I feel bad. I really feel bad, and I hope that you get better. Because a lot of it is just like maybe you're frustrated in life, or, you know, things are not going in your way or whatever it is. And you just have to go. How sad it is that you have to go on the internet and live like a essay hating on someone that you don't know, and you just watch a video. Bro, the other day there was, oh my God, this is like the most insane thing. You guys know the... I'll give you guys an example because this is kind of funny. I get these. I don't get these a lot nowadays. Maybe people like me more. Let me just show, bro. This is too good. This is like borderline like craziness. Tooltip. Let me try to search here, bro. Look at this. Let me show you. Okay. Yeah, go here. All right, legends, welcome to the... Okay, so you guys know this video, the best one-star legendary gems, right? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look, the level of craziness is insane. What the fuck? What was the second gem that was for gem power? Because you just tell that the gem by the icon doesn't mean that the viewer can. Why can't you click on the damn thing for a second so the tooltips pops, shit content, unsubscribe, making a guide for people who can tell what gem it is by the pictured up derp. And I said, imagine getting mad over that one tooltip. By the way, I checked the whole video, was the only gem that didn't have tooltip. I hope you get better, cheers. And he said, imagine creating content for not giving info. A tier list just for people that know the game, I guess. Hurts my brain that even try to understand the logic. And I said, it's okay. Take care. I hope that you find what you're looking for. Man. And you know what it is? You know what he's talking about? Was this chat. So I showed the black rose. And then here on the nightmare, by the way, on the tooltip, it says here, nightmare reads here on the timestamps, right? So you can see the name at least. Then we're gonna have here the nightmare, and this happens. Pretty much this is a gem that... So I don't pull the tooltip there, and the guy gets mad. That... the only gem... the guy got mad. Oh, dude. That's like the level of insanity, man. Damn, son. And the thing is, like, the tooltip was added in the post-production. Okay, so because I know, but then on the editing, like, we added those tooltips. But that one that we just missed. It is what it is, man. It demanded perfection. It is fine. It's just like, man, I am giving you everything. You cannot even go and search what is the gem. It's like, it's literally not even the name is on the timeline. Like, if I tell you that it's gem powered, just trust, bro. just trust. Oh, dude. Alright, boys. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Things are crazy sometimes. So I don't even I look at that and so obviously I can see that yeah, we could have had that, but it's just like it is a small mistake. But you like literally crashing out like that, I'm just like, oh, this is shit content. Like, I'm subscribed, blah 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 blah. It's like, what do you want me to do, man? I'm not your wife. I'm not your girlfriend. I am not your therapist. I don't have to deal with your shit, man. It was an honest mistake. If you cannot appreciate it, like, what do you want me to tell you? It was a nightmare read, man. Yeah, maybe we didn't put his favorite gem. Oh well. It's just like if you want to give like feedback or constructive feedback, it has to be measured according to how it is, right? So obviously I understood like what he was coming from, but he was like so out of place and so neurotic that it's just like, okay, man, I just hope you get better. And this happens, this kind of crash outs happens a lot. And going back, I think it was who was saying here in the chat that I think it was Level Up. He was saying that he has social anxiety. So this is like the other side of like the downside of like because everything is online and is anonymous, people have this taste of just like trash talking people like easily, you know, like it's so easily to dismiss and to trash talk someone because you're not face to face, right? There's a barrier that doesn't exist just because you're behind a monitor or behind like a phone or whatever, right? So most of the things that people say online, they will never say it in real life, face to face, because most people, they just don't have the guts, you know, they don't have the guts to say it. You call those people the keyboard warriors? Yeah, like the thing is like in the past I used to, it's just like whenever you're starting out, I always want to try to make people like, you know, enjoy the channel and everything. But I mean, if you don't like me, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I don't really care, you know, like, and if I was always caring, whenever you try to cater to everyone, you cater to no one, right? This is a perfect saying. So, I mean, you don't like my voice. I mean, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna start drinking whiskey every day at 6 a.m. until the midnight so I have a voice deeper like this? You don't like my accent or you don't like my English. Okay, like, well, I try my best, man. I really try my best. But it's not my main language. So, I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm trying to prove, I think I like my English over time. I have no issues of making mistakes. And whenever you're making content in English that is not your mother language, it is very, very taxing speaking for many hours, because in the back of your mind you are always like translating exactly what you want to say, right? It's not something that comes as natural as just speaking. So imagine like if I'm recording a video and I'm a bit more tired, like mentally tired, a lot of times I don't say or I speak like in the most, you know, clear way, just because of it. And that's the only thing I can be honest as a viewer. The only thing I don't like is your headset is a bit crooked. You got a deal, man. I also listen. That's part of it. It's fine. Look at it. It is what it is, man. This headphone will stay here until it sounds like shit. It is part of like the Indez brand at this moment. I have heard a lot of that comment, and I just think it's funny, so I just double down on it. But I'll not change just because like someone doesn't like. I mean, it's fine. Like, just close your eyes and listen. Haters gonna hate it. They hate us because they ain't us. No, I feel like it's not hate. I think hate is a strong word. I don't know if I have haters. I probably have a few haters. That's for sure. Because like if I do a video, I will always have like these 4 or 5 losers that they always go. They are my biggest fans, man. Every time I make a video, I will always have like 4 or 5 dislikes, no matter what. Look at here. Wait, I cannot show you guys this because there's something that is coming up. I don't want to spoil it. What is the brand's headset? Is a Schneider or something like that. This is the age where people, after the work, they go to the webs and they give others a hard time. Yeah, probably they are just frustrated, right? I mean, I understand, but it's just like it's better like to use that time for something else. Yo, Anton, becoming part of the free-to-play gang once again. Joining the Wall of Legends of February. These is like the best headphones. I've been having these headphones for almost like 8 years, and I bought them secondhand from a friend of mine. Best deal that I ever had. It was crazy. I'm from the US and I speak no other language but English. I never even had a single problem understanding you. No idea what these people are talking about. It's just like, I think, Ted, a lot of times it comes from, you know, like those people that are very patriots and they have a distaste for the foreigners. I think a lot of it comes from that side. It's not like really personal about me. It's just like they just don't like, and they will just try to make you feel like inferior or something like that. But it doesn't, like, it may work with some people that have like very low self-esteem, but like for me, I just don't care, honestly. Like, you cannot really care about what the other people think about you, like for the positive of or the negative. What I mean by this, if you take like, if you get like very pumped because people are praising you, you'll also get like really demoralized whenever people are trying to insult you or trying to make you feel bad, right? So in a way, you have to be a bit stoic. From, you know what I mean? It's like this from stoicism, that you cannot really care about too much like the good and not too much the bad, and you're just gonna be neutral, right? So if you like my content, it's good. I appreciate that, but it's not like I'm gonna now all of a sudden feel like I'm the Superman, right? And it's the same way as if a guy comes and criticizes, I usually take at it and it's like, okay, is there something here that he said that is a learning experience for me? If not, if it is just like personal and I don't really care, if it is something that I can improve on my content, yeah, maybe I'll take it as a... But there is always ways to say it. I'm the opposite. I enjoy broken English very much. Yet I wish English wasn't killing other language though. I mean, the only language that probably can kill it is gonna be in Mandarin. They are dominating the world. Indez with the game health therapist will do big numbers. Yeah, I'm gonna be next Dr. K. Next Dr. K. Revolut just decided to stop your free-to-play streak. I just noticed. Your name is Pleb Grey. What do you mean? Oh, okay, I get. So he stopped doing the membership. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you so much, man, for rejoining. I didn't pray to digit or speak correct English. I don't respect the language. What do you mean? Like the... I mean, like, I am Portuguese, right? So my main language is Portuguese. I also know how to speak a bit of English, a bit of like Spanish, a bit of Italian, a bit of like, I know a few words of Hindi. French, I also know a bit of French. So I know multiple languages, and the English is the one that, I speak like the majority of my time. Not only I speak to my wife, I speak on the stream, I create content in it. And it's actually creating like a scenario for me that it is making it harder over time. For me, I feel like I'm getting worse at Portuguese and I'm getting worse in English sometimes. My Portuguese used to be like so much better. Because I'm out of practice. So a lot of times, like the same way as I'm lacking a word in English, I'm also lacking a word nowadays in Portuguese. But of course, I can have like a fluent conversation, obviously. But there are some certain words that they always pop in my mind in English. And I don't really like people that they mix a lot. Like, you guys know, like, especially if you are like Portuguese or Spanish or Italian or whatever is your like your mother tongue. You know, like those people that they, to look cool, they mix a lot of like English words in the middle. Bro, it's kind of cringe, man. It's kind of cringe. But yeah. Anyways, boys, this was a different stream. I enjoyed a lot my time. I hope you guys did as well. We had really good conversations. We didn't do much inside the game, but from time to time, that's just how it is. Tomorrow we will be back. We'll most likely be changing classes. On the menu is gonna be the monk, demon hunter, and the wizard. It's gonna be a fun stream. And yeah. So legends, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow on the live stream. Peace.